What's up guys, today I'm coming at you with a very quick video, but a very amazing one. We are making Guacasalsa, Salsa Falsa, whatever you want to call it. One of my favorite salsas of all time because of its ingenuity, how it's made, and what it represents. It looks like guacamole, it tastes like guacamole, but there is zero avocado. It is the epitome of Mexican resourcefulness. Honestly, it slaps. You don't miss anything. So let's get into it. Real quick salsa, comes together pretty quickly. We're gonna do a little bit of knife work, okay? It's gonna be real easy. All right, we have a white onion, we have our squash, and we have our chiles here. For the squash, we just wanna get it into around the same size as our tomatillos. So I think off of this guy, I'm gonna take the ends off like so, get them out of the way, and then I'm gonna go maybe 3 pieces, 1, 2 cuts, 3 pieces, easy. Same size as the tomatillo. So into a pot here, we have tomatillos going in. Okay, our zucchini or squash, whatever you want to call it, goes into the pot. I have water, okay, and everything's kind of single layer touching in there. I'm gonna close it. We're gonna get it on a stove. We're gonna work it at like low, maybe medium heat till it comes to a simmer, and then just a gentle bubble cooking all the way through. You don't really want to break the tomatillos because people say it goes bitter, and I agree. But you don't want your tomatillos too broken up. I'm gonna work this back here, and then we're gonna get going on the rest of our stuff. So for the onion, the garlic, the heart of this salsa, we basically want to get everything into even sized pieces. So I'm just gonna take the end off the onion here, and I'm gonna get 1 cut down like the middle there, and then kind of just get maybe something like that. That's what we want for our onion. And then the serranos, you gotta stem them. Get rid of the stems, okay? Easy money. And if your tolerance is a little low, you could definitely use jalapeno. You know, there's ways around it. And if it's really low, you could definitely roast some poblanos, peel them, and then use those instead. Or find any pepper that you really like. It's really up to you, like most things in this world. You wanna just get everything around the same size, okay? So I'm doing like, that looks great to me, okay? That looks fine. I'm not gonna go crazy over it. Why? Because it's gonna be great. I don't even know. That doesn't make sense, but okay. We're gonna go in with our oil. I'm just using some neutral oil. I think this is safflower oil. Anyway, any kind of neutral oil that you like. And then our garlic goes in. We're leaving it whole. Onion in. And this is kind of genius because the onion and the garlic are gonna get super like caramelized and sweet, and it's gonna counteract the chiles in there, okay? So we're just gonna cook this while stirring until everything's broken down and caramelized. Oh, I forgot, little pinch of salt, okay? So as your onion, garlic, and chiles are cooking, you're gonna wanna keep stirring them. And the idea is you want your onion and garlic to be very golden brown, at least in my liking. I like everything kind of cooked down. And what that's gonna provide is a great kind of base flavor for the salsa, some depth, some complexity, and it's really just gonna kind of give it its heart and soul. So anyway, it's just a nice little move that we can do to get our salsa flavored and layered pretty much. What am I saying? Sometimes, dude, this burner gets so hot. Good God. Good gravy. Tomatillos and squash are looking good. It's gonna take them and flip them. Maybe don't use your bare hands like I just did. Maybe use, I don't know, something metal, not skin would be good if you have that laying around your house. So I'm a little bit too high of a boil because this thing rips. I'm just gonna give these a flip just so we have more contact with the water. Oh God, you know what am I doing? Get some tongs, bro. I swear, I know what I'm doing sometimes. Just make it flipped, all right? Keep cooking, all right? That's just good life advice, just keep it going. When in doubt, cook it out, okay? We're doing it, it's happening. Obviously, not all ingredients are created equal, so I'm gonna check. Oh yeah, tomatillos are nice and tender. They're not broken. I'm gonna get them off to the side. I'm gonna check my squash and see how it's cooked. These look great. Tomatillos look awesome. Okay, I'm gonna let them hang out here. Squash, honestly, it's looking good. Maybe a couple more minutes. Sometimes it takes longer than tomatillos. Maybe these might take 10 minutes. This takes like 15. Not a big deal. So just, you know, make sure you're being an active cook. Checking it out, all right, assessing the situation, and look, we're just cooking, okay? Woo, it's hot in here. Summertime in Chicago, baby, oh my God. All right, guys, everything's cooked properly. We have our wonderful onion, garlic, oil, and honestly, the litmus test for this one is you want your garlic to be able to be smashed. Look at this. is so hot, but it's so like caramelized. That's what you want. That's that beautiful flavor texture. It's gonna make everything super creamy. It's gonna be tough to blend this while it's hot, okay? And just for TV magic, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my pot, okay, and just put it in an ice bath and just give it a quick little mix, because the idea is you don't wanna blend this while it's hot, because we're gonna put cilantro in it, and the last thing you want is for this to get cooked. So you do want this at like room temp, not any hotter than this. If it's steaming, you really don't wanna do it. Okay, and here's our squash coming out of that pot as well. It's gonna get cooled down as well in an ice bath. Remember, this is not a necessary step. I'm just trying to make it cool down as quickly so my cilantro stays really green, really vibrant. Taking care of ingredients along the way is super important for salsas. But for real, guys, this salsa comes together so quickly. While your ingredients are cooling off, you're gonna have some time to do some knife work. So I'm gonna take about that much of cilantro. And if you can't do cilantro, I feel so sorry for you because I love it, but I understand. You could definitely sub another herb, it's just not gonna be the same. With cilantro, I'm gonna just get the woody ends off, okay? Get them out of here. Okay, a lot of people are gonna say, well, Jonathan, why are you cutting this if you're just gonna blend it? And I'll tell you the reason why. It's a nice little move to make sure that all these fibers that are in the stems don't get caught up in the blades, making your salsa a gross texture. Because when you bite into it, you want something that's creamy. You don't really want any strings in there. So this is gonna ensure, and you don't have to be crazy with it. I mean, you could, I'm gonna be crazy with it. Here we go. They don't have to be perfect, but you want them to get small enough so then they don't get stuck up in the blades and all those fibers are kind of shortened. It's just gonna make a nicer textured salsa. Okay, just make it nice. Make it nice. All this hard work should be, look at that, done, okay? Cilantro, done. All right, guys, it's time to blend. So I'm gonna start with my oil, garlic, onion, and chile serrano mixture in. Try to get everything in there. Everything's nice and cool down. You can add your salt to this. And as always, the recipe will be down below. All right, and then the zucchini and tomatillo mixture goes in. So I have a little bit of water here, and that's just gonna be in case I need to adjust the texture, but you could adjust it to your liking, honestly. So you're just gonna get this lidded up, okay? And we're just gonna blend this to kind of see where the texture's at. Okay, texture looks great. I could already see it's nice and creamy, but you see the color? It's a little pale. So that's why the cilantro is very important. I'm gonna taste it for seasoning. I don't think it needs any more salt. It's really bright, it's delicious. Okay, cilantro in. And we're just gonna blend it a little bit more. Again, we can adjust this texture a little bit later. I like the look of that. It's crazy how much that looks like avocado. It's insane. And the texture is incredible. Try this again. It's good. I'm gonna brighten it up with a little bit of citric acid. Citric acid is something I like to use in my salsas, especially in restaurants, because it's consistent flavor of citrus. Not all limes, lemons, and oranges are created equal, but citric acid makes sure you have a consistent, bright flavor. It's nice to have in the pantry. Okay. Just incorporate that. Now we're trying it for real. Done. Easy, delicious, happy with it. Salsa falsa, so quick, amazing. All right, salsa is done. Smells incredible. You can adjust the texture to your liking. I like mine this way. It's a little thick, but also still creamy enough to drape over a taco. Oh no, not the Shrek everywhere. No. So I'm gonna get all this in this little bowl. Make sure to get all of it. You know, that's money, chef. Get it all in there. And you can't tell me that doesn't look like guacamole. It's wild. Science. This is a scientific program. But for real, this is like one of my favorite salsas for what it represents, which is Mexican ingenuity. It's like, dude, one of my favorite sayings is encuentra la maña, which means find the trick, find a way to make it right. And this is, look at this thing. Thicker than a Snicker. Beautiful texture. Again, you can adjust with water as you need, but look at that. Salsa falsa. I'm gonna blow my face off, watch. Incredible flavor. This on a taco, insane work. That's it. We're done. All right, that was a quick one. Salsa Falsa. If you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up, please. It helps us out a lot. Subscribe if you can. Not if you can, just please subscribe. Okay, we love you. All right. As always, recipe down below. If you want the rest of my recipes, head to my website, jonathanzaragoza.com. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, ask Jeeves about me. That's it. That's all I got. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy this one. Put it on your tacos. Thank me later. Bye. You could surf on that thing.